Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a grand campaign event for you. The first round here is on the Miller's Cornfield. Jackson's division is going to be leading the CSA, while the Colquitt's Brigade is going to be leading the USA side. And then for round number 2, the sides are going to switch. So Iron Brigade is going to lead the USA campaign for the CSA side for round 2 on Washington Street, while First Delaware is going to lead the CSA campaign as they play for the Union side for round number 2. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary UI. So, our teams for today. On the Confederate side, you got Hampton's Legion, Hood's Division, Jackson's Division, 1st Delaware, 4th Texas, 9th Corps, 12th South Carolina, Irish Volunteer Brigade, and the Free States Brigade, who did balance over during mustering, so very appreciative of that. And then for the Union side, you got Colquitt's Brigade, 12th Virginia, 42nd Pennsylvania, 30th Ohio, and the Iron Brigade. Remember, the sides you see here, they will swap for round number 2. Server pop today is 180 right now. In balance is 2 in favor of CSA. CSA has 2 on artillery. Union has 5. So infantry in balance is within 5. So it's pretty great. Frontline reporters today. For your Union side, you got Doug from Colquitt's Brigade, and then from the CSA side, you got Dragon from 9th Corps. So, Miller's Cornfield, you can see that point is in the center of the map, and this is a pretty chaotic map because, as you can see, there's just a whole lot of corn on the battlefield. So, basically, Union, for now, they're holding this defensive line here. CSA will most likely either go around this left side and just hit straight in, or they'll go around the bottom side and hit this way. They can go straight forward. It doesn't really matter. You have corn. You have cover from all of the sides. And in terms of Union defense, you'll get the Union here, and then they'll fall back over here if need be, eventually holding back and waiting for CSA to cap. Because for Union anyways, this is a pretty defensive map. And I know it didn't show up a second ago. I think it should show up now. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So Union will hold that defensive line here. And then what I was trying to describe is CSA is going to hit around this side here, or they're going to hit around the top side here, or just go straight for the center. So we'll kind of see what happens. It's a pretty defensive map for the Union. They just sit back and wait to see what the Confederates do. Now, we are pushing for 4,000 by the end of the year, 4,000 subscribers. That's the goal we want to hit by the end of the year. Got 2 months. I think it's definitely possible. But that's the goal we want to hit by then. And on top of that, let us know your thoughts about adding the little drawing over the screen in terms of strategy. I know it didn't show up initially, but I guess my monitor displays got screwed up. So anyway, CSA starting to move out. It's been a few minutes. 1st Delaware, Hood's Division, JD pushing out. They're kind of going straight in towards the Union right now. They are on point in capping. It is going in their favor. That point is faster than natural decay. And the Union still kind of holding this defensive line in the back. In the group. What is it? You got Colquitt's Brigade on the left. 12th V's in the back with Iron Brigade. And then 42nd PA and 30th Ohio on the right. Iron Brigade starting to take volleys. A lot of the CSA holding back. Don't necessarily know why they're playing overly conservative on this attack, unless they're trying to bait Union to charge the point, which it appears the CSA might be doing that right now, because CSA is not sending up a whole lot of forces. It seems like they don't want to get in too big of a melee and lose, and so they'll cap the point, draw the Union out further into the cornfield, and then they'll maybe charge in. I don't necessarily know. We'll see as time goes on. But Union priority should be retaking this point as soon as possible and forcing that black timer to continue moving down. You can see Iron Brigade's moved out. You got Colquitt's Brigade on the far left side. 12th Virginia is starting to push up the center. And the rest of the CSA team has pushed up. You got 9th Corps, some JD guys on the left. I see 12th South Carolina, HL, HD, and FSB. Colquitt's Brigade is about to slam right into these guys. Rip Doug. And Colquitt's took shots and fall back. And this is a really hard map for Union to win. It's the chaos of the corn. It's almost like the wood maps Maybe not to the same degree, but there can just be a lot of chaos. That's going to favor the attackers in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to out-of-line tickets. And on top of this, they do have a steam chest, so everyone can communicate. So Union needs to try to charge in here at the same time. The Corn, to the advantage of defenders, lets them do this. 42nd PA. Flanking behind the CSA team right now. And you would hope the other two Union units sitting on this far side would be collapsing in. Looks like Iron Brigade starting to collapse on the left side. 12th VA might be coming in on the right side.
Oh no, Rare, sorry! Get away from me.
And it looks like Union is going to prevail there pretty decisively. I mean, you do have one regiment for CSA in the backside, a couple of trickle-ups here from FSB. Lamad, I don't know why you're stopping. It is very... When you're a flag bearer and you're retreating, keep running until you know you're safe. And when I mean know you're safe, somebody else tells you that you're okay from your team. If you hear someone behind you saying you're safe, if it's not a voice you recognize, just keep running. 99% of the time, the flag bearer, when he turns around and stops, he will get killed. Colquitt's Brigade slamming into, it looked like first Delaware with some other guys from other regiments, as Union is getting a significant wipe on CSA. Down 2 flags for CSA, not too significant on this map because CSA's approach is generally straight at it or around it, so it's not like those flag losses will be too detrimental, especially with how close their main spawn is. Once they push through here again, they're going to be able to pick it up. I mean, they already got one of them. Berger, he's got it. What a guy.
Flag down, pick it up.
Look at that. He's not stopping, granted. Just playing that smart. So, looks like, oh yeah, I missed it. I guess there are 3 CSA flags down. Union retakes that point. Union actually up on tickets by a little bit, which is what you would kind of, I don't know, it's a little surprising. But just because of how badly Union dominated that, I guess it's not really surprising in the end. When we look at the ticket imbalance on Cornquit's defense, Miller's Cornfield is 13%. And so it looks like CSA, maybe instead of trying to go straight for the center, they're trying to flank around. We saw the 42nd PA do that really well last time. Unfortunately for CSA, though, not the whole team's going. CSA is very spread out. I mean, you have HL and HD going up this right side. Going down the left is JD. They're going to be able to get that flag. Looks like Irish is going to pick that up from HL. And CSA is once again capping the point. This is similar to Hill's counterattack in that it is a cap fest. Oops. The attacking team just caps that point because the defenders sit back. Defenders eventually try to charge in to retake the point, and then CSA will generally contest that. I mean, that's Hill's counterattack. I like Miller's Cornfield a lot more because it is much... There's a lot more charging, and that just makes sense with the concealment that everybody has. Iron Brigade's charging in here. They're getting wiped. You have CSA reinforcements rolling up. And the biggest thing with the Corn is defeat in detail. Like, Iron Brigade just went in there all by themselves and died. Which, what was the point of that? Union just lost a good few tickets. They're still ahead by a little bit, but if you're going to charge in through the Corn, you should probably go in with your whole team just to be safe. It's not like you know how many CSA are holding, but you should at least have the whole team there, just so that if you do get in any sort of engagement, it's better safe than sorry, I say. Also, it's a team-based game. So, let's see here. You got Union starting to charge through the corner here. Colquitt's Brigades rolling up. 12th VA alongside. And you have 42nd, and I think 30th is with them behind. What a volley here from JD. They kill a good chunk of Colquitt's. You have a lot of CSA starting to fall back. Although FSB, IVB, and JD are holding up front. 42nd PA, maybe 30th is behind. They're about to collapse in, and they should wipe the CSA force. And my criticism to the Union a moment ago about spreading out. Like, Iron Brigade charged in by themselves. Why did half this 3/4 of the CSA team pull out? And a 4th stayed in? I don't get it. Maybe they're trying to preserve the flags, but it's not that great of an argument when you have one CSA group still holding on the point with their flag. So, CSA has gone very direct in their approach towards the Union. I really do wonder if CSA is going to try to flank around the far side here and hit this way. I mean, last time they kind of went up straight like that, and that was fine, but I really wonder if they're going to try to outflank and get behind the Union lines. They could do it this way, but obviously they're over in this little area right now. So, we'll see what happens. But, you know, who knows?
Shift right. Shift right.
But it's still looking good for CSA. Union is retaking that point. And both sides will be down to engage. And this match rarely comes down to that black timer, especially with pops. Are we at 190? Yeah, we're 190 now. Imbalance is actually 8 in CSA's favor. When you consider artillery into the mix, it's about 11 in CSA's favor. So, looks like CSA is trying to flank around the side, like mentioned a moment ago. Are they going to... See, I don't know how far they... I know they can get over this way a fair amount. I don't think they can get up to the edge of this just because it's out of bounds. But I think they should try to go as far over here as they can and then flank around. Because the more you can flank around your opponent, obviously that's just going to be better. Let's see, does Colquitt's realize what's going on? They're starting to shift. I don't know if they realize the Confederates are moving there. Looks like this. Look, what's CSA trying to do here? HL is charging Colquitt's here. They are out of bounds, getting to the edge of the CSA first to go down to engage. And this might be a nice ticket opportunity. You have some Union groups on the top side shooting into CSA. Looks like 9th Corps might be turning some of their guys. Oh, most, though, going in the center here. 12th VA is going to get wiped. You have more Unions starting to collapse down the side. Lucian, Iron Brigade, they're maybe trying to flank around the side. Colquitt's still shitting and shooting. What's the 42nd and 30th doing? They're trying to flank around the side. It's interesting. They always go really far towards CSA spawn, and then they cut back in. I don't know if they need to do it in this instance, but can't really blame them for doing the same thing that's been working well for them. Iron Brigade charges in. Union down to engaged. Point is still being held in Union's favor. Colquitt's now getting into the mess. 42nd PA, 30th Ohio just ran right around IVB and JD.
Shut up. Good shot.
But I wonder if anyone got team killed there. I mean, can we... Looks like 1 or 2 persons may have gotten team killed there.
40-second charge!
This is Halloween, though. We're in corn. Love it. When will Zombies game mode be released?
Get this officer! Get the officer!
Oh, fuck!
No.
You have the CSA who kind of survived up top. 9th Corps is collapsing down. And CSA is going to win that on point. They're down only by a smidge on tickets.
Illegals on my fence.
Are you gay yet? Are you gay yet?
Illegals on my fence.
So, CSA is going to retake that point. And I don't know. I know, at least I was, if I remember correctly, the War of Rights map survey we did, Miller's Cornfield's kind of not highly rated in terms of map favorite. But in terms of watching it, I enjoy watching Miller's Cornfield. It's a very aggressive map. So, we'll see how Union wants to take this. I mean, similar to what we saw in previous times, it looks like you have some Union gathering up over here. You got some here. That's a beautiful circle, by the way. We'll probably see this group come back around side like they did earlier, and then this group's probably going to go in straight here. You would hope that CSA would start realizing what Union's doing, because Union's kind of done that on a consistent basis now where they've flanked around the CSA side. But CSA is basically pulling off the point. And they're mostly pulling off to this east side. I guess the back right side if we're looking at it from CSA's viewpoint. Because maybe they're trying to counter this flanking force that Union does. You do have 9th Corps over on this side with 4th Texas.
Charge planets, boys. Charge planets.
So they're starting to pull back though. Union's kind of going straight in. We'll see if CSA counters this. I think it's a good idea. CSA needs to keep racking up the deaths, but they need to be smart about it. Union's played this considerably well. You could say this is poor CSA play as well. I mean, there's been mistakes on both sides, but for how close this is, and even with Union being ahead by a little bit on this map, it's a little surprising, especially with CSA having that imbalance. Colquitt's just ran right by Wilkes. So it looks like Union's trying to get around the side again, but Wilkes is going to see that, probably be able to alert his friendlies. It's kind of cool. The sun makes it where it's really hard to kind of see the corn. So it looks like they're running across an open field in a sense. They look like little ants.
Judge, 40 seconds, fuck him up! Fuck him up real good! Eat a dick, motherfucker!
42nd hitting the side of 9th Corps and 1st Delaware. You have Colquitt's moving into assist. And the rest of the CSA is collapsing on the point where 12th VA and Iron Brigade are at. Iron Brigade, I saw one Colquitt's tag, but Iron Brigade kind of falling back, leaving 12th VA out to dry. 12th VA basically gets wiped, and Iron Brigade gets wiped. Point is in Union hands. CSA is almost down to taking losses. This is the thing, is that both sides are kind of splitting up, and so there's plenty of opportunities for groups to be defeated in detail. Union appears to be doing it way better than the CSA. I mean, look at this ticket gap. It's a 1/4 of a morale stage difference in Union's favor. I don't know the last time Union's won Miller's Cornfield. It's still probably a CSA win here. Just because the tickets overall are pretty close, which favor the attackers. Because that roughly means that both sides are going to go down to their final stage at the same time. And with final push for the attackers getting infinite spawn time while the defenders at last stand with their no more respawns, it's pretty hard for the attackers to lose that. But also we got to think, once the CSA forces Union into breaking, Union's going to want to stay on point, if not right behind it. And those ensuing charges could be costly for the defenders. They usually are, just because the defenders have to stay near the point. The attackers are going to know where they're at. And the defenders can't do as much as they would normally want to. So Union's kind of sitting back holding. CSA's teetering on the cap. I don't mind one more cap from CSA. But they don't have to. They got 33 minutes. They could try to shoot down the Union and win this game if they want to. They have plenty of time to do what they want to do. But for now, CSA is just gonna kind of hold back here, enjoy the view of the cornfield. I'm kind of surprised how long CSA is waiting around here, though. Looks like they're just volleying. Or maybe Union is. I heard a ready fire. It must have been one of the frontline reporters. I guess it was Union side. CSA is not really shooting. They're just sitting on the fences for now. Kind of vibing here. That one guy there is bouncing up and down. Oh, now he's up. But you can't blame Union volleying here. They're just trying to get a couple few hits, maybe get a ticket lead. But I wonder why CSA is kind of waiting this out here. You got Union artillery. I guess we haven't really shown them at all, but you do have Union artillery. It's 42nd PA. Haven't really seen a whole lot of them this round. Actually, wait. Look, what is Union guys? Are Union guys hopping up on the snake fence to shoot and then fall off? I mean, you can kind of see what the officers are seeing. You got Doug here from the Union side on that fence. Looks like they're just going up top and then volleying from there, which this is pretty funny. But yeah, you can see what Doug's seeing here. You can't really see a whole lot there. And then we got Dragon's view with the binos. Looks like CSA might just be volleying from their side too. Which this is not going to inflict a whole lot of casualties. Let's see if Dragon looked through the binos. Might cut back when... Oh yeah, here we go. I mean, you can barely see anything outside of the smoke, and so you're just kind of shooting at the smoke. And over on this side, I mean, Union's not really taking any hits. I mean, you're maybe getting 1 or 2 casualties per all these volleys. They're hard, long shots. You can't see where you're aiming. You're kind of guessing. I mean, you can see some of those shots get close, but no cigar, so... Who's over here for CSA? Complex from IBB. What are you doing over here? Somebody saw him. But... I'm really surprised CSA is not trying to play a little more aggressive here. Could be something for the campaign. Don't necessarily know, but what the? No complex. Rip. Colquitt's kind of going around to this side. Looks like Union's trying to spread themselves out even more. Ooh. That shot was short. It's like the first time I've noticed Union artillery this round.
Be part of the group. He wants to be part of the group.
Exactly. See, he gets it.
He just wants to be one of the boys. He's still loading.
And so, I think CSA is acceptable to cap the point. Bring everyone down even more. And then you can kind of do this shootout. CSA, as mentioned earlier, they got plenty of time to do this. The tickets aren't going down at all. Granted, at the start of each morale stages, tickets don't really drop in a significant manner. But that pace might continue to go down as things progress. But it's really hard to tell how many kills and casualties they're getting. I mean, you see one dead rebel there. Here goes another one. So only a couple are getting hit, but
Then she ain't gonna enjoy it when you give her.
and so I mean, how many Union guys are getting hit here? I mean, all these guys that are hitting, they're dying in formation. Like Colquitt's, it looks like they're not sustaining anything significant. CSA artillery short again.
Flow like water. I guess they're gonna let the clock run out. This is a strat.
She wraps herself around everyone's member.
I mean, it doesn't look like Union's taking anything significant, if anything at all. And look how spread out the Unionized Y is. I just kind of don't understand this. I mean, if you want to have a shootout and you want to deal some damage, you can inch up a ways. I mean, even though the point's here, you can move up more unless you want to stand up on those snake fences, which a good chunk of CSA are. So who knows?
I'm an even worse captain.
Wow. How long has this shootout been going for? Like 5-6 minutes? At least 5-6 minutes, I would say. And we have not seen a dent in those morale stages. Hey! So we got like 2 guys.
Exactly, bro. Group up with Dragon. Group up with Dragon.
Are they, oh. They're starting to move in. It's been 5 minutes. The morale stages have not gone any significant amount. And it appears they're starting to move in because they realize they can't really shoot them down quickly. So that shot was under, but it hit a few guys that were going through there, whether intentional or not. You got 9th Corps, 1st Delaware pushing up. They're starting to cap point. CSA, you try to defend this point, bring everyone's tickets down, and then once Union retakes, or maybe just hold it out, but once Union takes, retakes the point, knock them to breaking, force a contest on that point, and that's how you win this match. Union, I don't know if Union's going to be able to do it, but Unions could try to just out-kill them, out-ticket them. That's going to be very hard to do, especially just because CSA, like we mentioned earlier, has a 13% ticket advantage.
Guys.
But they could try to push CSA in the last stand here because they are considered the defenders, but who knows? Probably not. Union's pushing forward right away. Smart on their part. I'm kind of confused. CSA this round has consistently, the guys move up cap point, only a few. They fall back, and then the rest of their team rolls in. Like, you got HL and HD pushing up this way. I think 4th Texas might be with them. 9th Corps stayed up. Now they're falling back. I'm a little confused by this. You do have some CSA trying to stop the Union flank by 42nd and 30th. FSB's going around that side. I don't think they see each other, though, which is a little funny. Oh, 42nd PA saw that one guy who's dead. But, I mean, who's holding back here? First Delaware pulled back. I see that, so 9th Corps guys there as well. I don't know. I'm just a little confused by the strategy. Union's countercharging this. They're not going to have enough time to hit CSA in the last stand unless CSA F9 a whole crap ton. FSB's charging into the back of 42nd PA as it looks like JD turned towards them. HL, HD is going to get in this in a second.
Get your hands up, British or whatever the fuck.
coming in.
Wait.
England.
And CSA wins that pretty quickly. Now, if... Oh, no, no, the flag. So, if you're CSA, at least for me personally, once Union retakes this point, you know they're on point. You charge in. Wipe them out. Try to get them into breaking. Cap and win. This would be a really great opportunity for them to get those tickets. Now, they could try to hold it if they want, which that's also a perfectly valid strategy. Nothing's wrong here for CSA, but they got to do it as a team. It's the only parameter. Union here might need to get out right away. You got some CSA. I mean, first Delaw's going up there. JD's trying to charge in here. And you can see some of the Union. Colquitt's starting to fall back. Iron Brigade's taking shots. 12th VA is holding with Iron Brigade. Union retake that field, and CSA needs to mass charge. If they just don't do anything, they could do a shootout. They got 23 minutes. Plenty of time, but I like the charge here. Iron Brigade's holding back. This is a mistake on their part. Now they start retreating, but that's going to be a lot of out of lines of stuff for CSA. Lucian's still alive.
Kill the officer.
He's just casually making his way back towards you. Oh, he got shot. So, CSA, they don't need to cap necessarily. They could try to charge and get close to Union spawn without capping. But they could cap. It doesn't hurt. The only risk for CSA capping is if they do cap, Union might be like, okay, we can hit them down to last stand within 7 minutes and then retake and win. It's definitely a possibility. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised. We'll see what happens, though. It looks like Colquitt's 42nd, 30th are flanking around the far side here. And it looks like CSA is pulling off point. Still capping. Still having guys on that point. The thing is, even though these guys aren't close to each other, if one of them is in skirmishing, it's capping that point. So CSA scrams off the point. And now if they want, they can try to do a shootout. I do think they should not do the shootout from all the way back here, because you're not hitting anything. Best bet is they should try to get closer. Looks like Colquitt's is falling off the far side. Maybe seeing CSA's not capping now, so we're not going to bother. And most of the CSA team is starting to reform back on that snake fence in the distance. So CSA is like, we have 45 minutes plus the counterattack timer. We're going to use every single minute of it to get our win.
Hold on the line. Peaks and valleys, y'all.
So Union's going to spread out. Again, if you're Union, spread out. Try to force CSA to cap again. And we're back to... Hello. It was like, what's the flag bearer doing? But no, he's running the flag back. For some reason, I thought it might have been a CSA guy for a split second. But regardless of all of that, you have some CSA shifting around. You got a couple sitting on point. 2HL guys. But I mean, we might be here for a few minutes as this shootout commences.
Take game. Engage.
Snake to almost take your head off there. I
mean, you got a couple, but I mean, this will eventually bring everyone's out. I mean, when you have infinite time in the world, this will bring them down. I don't know why CSA is playing so cautious, though. Could be for something for the campaign. They're a little ahead on tickets. But this map is heavily favored to CSA being overly aggressive. I don't know if they're worried because at the beginning of the match, they were down on tickets compared to Union in a lot of these instances. But every time we saw Union take a ticket lead, it was because CSA was doing inconsistent things with their team. Like, you had one group sitting up on... It's like what we saw with the recent cap. 9th Corps 1st Delaware moved up the cap. They capped that point. Once they capped, they fell back. The rest of their team pushed up. It's like... It's kind of confusing why the team is acting like they have different roles in a sense. Everyone, like 99% of the people in this game are all privates. They can all do the same thing. You don't need... It's not like one group has an advantage to capping quicker, which is why you'd send them forward and then have them fall back as they're... I don't know. It just seems really confusing to have some cap and then they fall back and then everyone else pull up and defend. It's just kind of confusing. It's spread the CSA out. It's let the Union defeat the CSA in detail and win a lot better than what they normally would if the whole CSA team was just holding. Regardless, though, Union's going to hold up on point. Iron Brigade is there. They're getting close to breaking. They don't want CSA to get an opportunity to pre-cap this point. So they're going to contest it. And here's the thing. If you're CSA, you look up and you're like, huh, Union's on point. And they're going to continue the shootout. Now, they've been shooting out for 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes so far in this whole match. They could shoot this out till Union hits breaking and then maybe go in. I don't know. I mean, if you know that Union's on point and Union's close to breaking, you could sweep through, hit him into breaking, and then win. But again, there could be something for the campaign that I'm missing, which I don't go into too much of the specifics of the campaign, as I don't want to spend too much of my life, more than it already is, in War of Rights. I want to make sure I can still enjoy doing this stuff. So, but regardless, I mean, Iron Brigade, they're playing this pretty smart. They're not shooting. I mean, I don't know if we can really see. Look at that. You're looking through Dragon's binoculars. They can see. I don't know if that's nice. Yeah, he can see Iron Brigade's flag there. And they can kind of see the smoke, but it's nothing too significant. I guess they're starting to shoot now, so the smoke's going to be more visible, but... I mean, those tickets are slightly going down. It's been 3 or 4 minutes since the shootout, and we've seen the ticket stages move down a little. Nothing too significant. Looks like you have another Union flag moving up onto that point. 12th VA Colquitt's going up there. And the question is, how long will CSA do this shootout? Are they waiting until breaking? Are they trying to hit him in the last stand? Who knows? 12th VA's up here as well. You got a couple CSA Rambos throughout the map, not helping their ticket cause, but maybe just scouting. 42nd PA and 30th Ohio are still on that far right. This is probably the most conservative match of Miller's Cornfield that I've ever seen for CSA. And it looks like they're starting to move. So it looks like they've got 2 prongs going. The center group's kind of shifting to the left side here. A big question is, can they hit this point at a relatively same time? And another question is, defeat in detail, right? What are you doing up there? They don't know the CSA's coming, but I'm surprised they're so off the point when their friendlies are defending the point as Union's going to go into breaking and CSA can win. Looks like 9th Corps is going to hit in while the rest of their teammates are still kind of far back. So IV's taking the brunt of that. They're going to hold as the rest of the CSA is now turning into them. Points going in their favor. You have some of the CSA, they tried to distract 42nd PA and 30th Ohio, which at this point they can't really. It looks like they're gonna. Some of them are gonna distract it as CSA is winning on point. That's the thing. These guys got to get on point. First Delaware. It looks like some HD guys are trying to really distract these guys to prevent them from getting on point. Zooming out here, numbers are pretty close. Looks like they're going to try to hit the flags in the backside first, which is a great idea. Prevent CSA from getting respawns here while you can get your respawns. Why is that flag bearer still alive?
Did I just say smelly butt man?
And here we go.
That must be, yes.
Oh, shit.
40 seconds.
They're behind us!
CSA artillery shooting right through. I think that was CSA artillery. Getting maybe a kill or two there. You got the CSA flags down. Union flags are down as well. Union's going to hold. You got the respawns for Union starting to collapse over on this side. Tickets right now are pretty close. And CSA is going to not press this, and they are going to sit back and reform. Everyone's got their flags back, so it's good on their parts.
Alright, soldiers, the time has come. We're about to do the epic job.
You still got some CSA Rambos up front. HL guys.
Complex, I'm inside you.
Can I execute this?
And for now, CSA, they look formed up and ready to go. They got 12 minutes. Still plenty of time on that clock if they want to burn more shooting it out. A long round of war, right?
Don't move, hacker.
Your teeth are nasty. Deep breath.
And they're going to a shootout again.
Okay, Danish, complete silence from all of you. We shall be the silent killer.
I don't know if this is a consistent thing, and it's just based off of what I remember from last week, but it seems that the Union campaign is a lot more aggressive when attacking than the CSA campaign. But the USA campaign, playing over on that side, they got a lot fewer regiments over there. Right, like on this map, they got half, maybe even more than half of the regiments than the CSA side. So it's going to be a lot harder for CSA to organize. HL ran forward and now running back. They're doing a pacer test right now. The glory days. Oh, never mind. They're turning back. And HL starting to move. They got friendlies with them. A little. See, here's the thing, right? You got some guys trying to go around and flank Union. That's great. If these guys go in way too early, we've seen it a few times. It can let CSA be defeated in detail, and Union won't be destroyed as easily. 9th Corps is starting to move up. CSA is just getting close and doing a shootout. Is Union going to countercharge this? It's very risky. Very risky. 42nd PA is going. They're about to hit on the side by JD. They went in a little early. JD's going to get wiped just on pure numbers. You have some CSA starting to turn in their direction right now, but they get wiped there. Ticking and bounce heavily, not heavily, but in CSA's favor. Like a fourth of a morale stage as this shootout progresses. CSA should outnumber Union just because they wiped that group. You can see Union now has to countercharge because they're losing the point. They gotta try something here. Colquitz charging in. Iron Brigade, 12th VA going in. Unfortunately, that point is swinging in CSA's favor right now. Zooming out and looking at the numbers, it is not looking good for Union. Although close, not great for Union. And that should really fizzle out this round. Union hits last stand. 42nd PA is going to try something, but I think it's too late. They're not going to have enough numbers to really contest this. And that should do it. All right. So remember, they're swapping sides here for round number 2. But that was probably the most conservative attack I've ever seen on Miller's Cornfield. And for better or for worse, I mean, CSA still got the win in the end. And frankly, a win is a win, and that's all that matters. But CSA wasn't that dominant. And I almost wonder if it's half because of the conservative nature of their assault. But also, CSA was not acting as one big team. Like you can briefly see it here again in the speed up where CSA sends a group or two to go up. They cap, and then they fall back, and the rest of the team pulls up in defense. I don't understand that. I don't see the logic in that. But regardless, a win is a win, like I said. We will see you all shortly here for round number 2. And here we are with round number 2. Washington Street. Haven't seen this one in a hot second. Numbers are a little down at 180. Imbalance is 3 towards Union. Confederates have 3 on artillery. So imbalance is about 6 in favor of the Union side right now. So Washington Street, what a map this is. Over the years, it's actually been very fascinating because the Union side likes to defend over here because it's just sit further back. Remember, the point of contention is kind of in the center of the map here. So Union just kind of likes to hold back, play conservative. You can see him hold here as well. And then for CSA side, you'll see him like to go around this tent side to kind of flank him here because also sometimes Union likes to hold here. Union just likes this big defensive line here. And CSA, they might try to flank down the road here, which we'll actually cut to right now as FSB is pushing down this way. They might push down this tent line here, but I won't be surprised if we see CSA try to flank around this side, just because that's what you normally see. Now, similar to last round, because Union's playing conservative, you could kind of paint this like Miller's Cornfield. Like, imagine these houses in the center here, where I'm looking. Imagine all this is corn. The point contention is basically in the middle. But CSA, if they wanted to, they could cap this point, draw the Union in, and engage in some little charges, you know? We could be watching last round, but on Washington Street, and it looks like Iron Brigade's already moving up. Remember, they did swap sides. So, the USA, from last round, the USA campaign is now on the CSA side. And the CSA campaign is on the Union side, who was CSA last round. So, Iron Brigade's on that point, capping a lot more aggressive than what we saw from the inverse last round, and we'll see how Union plays this. I'm really surprised we're not seeing any CSA groups flank around this side. That is the most surprising thing, I think, out of all of this. I mean, what, you got Colquitz on this right, FSB is rolling up alongside them. You will see CSA sometimes hold there. That's not terribly surprising. We saw Iron Brigade, they're capping that point. 42nd PA and 30th Ohio on the left. But Union defense-wise, you got 9th Corps And 4th Texas on the left, 12th VA on the far left, using the tents as cover. Spread out very nicely on the fence line. You got HL, HD to their right, and then JD, First Delaware on the right side. So CSA is going to cap. And
Oh, that guy died. That guy died. Okay.
There's also like 3 revs in a row.
I mean,
And there we
they're
go.
dying. I haven't seen us die.
CSA cap, so obviously the Union response is to take this point back as quickly as possible. And in order for a cap, early cap, to be effective as CSA, you need to contest this.
I'll marry a Latina for you. I'll name my firstborn after you.
All right. Name him Joe Dirte.
And so Iron Brigade, after falling back, pushes up 42nd PA and 30th Ohio. I'm kind of surprised they're not holding, like...
Use your backup mode. No, dude! Dude!
Well, I killed a few, and that's unfortunate that I was in the middle of that, but you got more Union. They're inching down this tight alleyway, and CSA using that to their advantage. We're going to hopefully see another beautiful volley here from the 42nd PA and 30th. What I did a second ago was unjustified. Union's not really there. Let's see how well this hits. Literally anyone standing in the open here is dead. What a volley from Union. Union not really pushing up too much. They're pushing up a little on this front, but I am also surprised how well Iron Brigade's holding in the open. Granted, Union can't really sit in the open just because of 42nd and 30th. I mean, can they hit this angle here?
What were you drinking?
Yeah, I'm at it.
Ooh, that'll
Surely they can cap this corner.
kills, brother.
Union is retaking point very slowly.
Let's go, losers. Shoot them. Shoot those fucking... I don't like shooting.
And HL's inching out. Now, Union's fine to lose tickets because they'll regain up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at. And if I'm CSA, I sit here and try to keep the point contested as possible. Colquitt's moving up on top. 42nd PA and 30th Ohio. Midwest Brigade's in there as well. I guess I missed them throughout the first round. But they're trying to contest this by getting in the road.
There's Rambo's on our right.
Colquitt's falling a little further back. 9th Corps looks like they're collapsing there.
To the rear, back where we were.
I can't move. If I move, I'm gonna get shot.
So it looks like Union will retake this point. You have some CSA charging in. FSB's charging in against that Union force. They were retreating as they charged in, so I guess it was kind of nicely timed in a sense.
You fucking cunts! We're coming inside of your flank!
Guys?
And Union retake that point. CSA is down by a 1/4 of a stage. Colquitt's flanking up the side right now. They're going to get great shots here on Union as Union's like half retreating right now. Colquitt's taking a beating though. I'm really surprised we have not seen CSA try to attack from the side. They do it so often, and yet it's not happening. Union, for the most part, retreating back to those original lines. And CSA looks like they're capping that point again. That's faster than natural decay. 9th Corps is the only group that's holding upward.
Let's try and scored. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's move. Let's move.
Fuck yeah.
But CSA kind of recuperating. That's a natural decay, so I guess CSA is not on point. Almost looked like for a second they were. It looks like Iron Brigade's going to do this. I mean, tickets overall are slightly in Union's favor. So, the cap's not bad. So, Iron Brigade's pushing up behind the house. It's not on point. It might be on point, or someone else running through it. Rip that guy who was trying to cross the street. So, this is really surprising. 42nd PA and 30th Ohio maybe making a move for that side. Maybe just reforming a little further back. Who knows? But for now, it looks like Iron Brigade's capping that point. They're only group that's there. Rest of the CSA kind of out on the left and right. I don't know why each side is... I can understand the right side here, but I don't get why 42nd PA and the 30th Ohio are not doing this. So it just seems like a great chance. It's Union doesn't have, I mean, they have some snake fences here that they can use as cover, but it's nothing too significant. So tickets wise, it's a little more noticeable in Union's favor, and CSA capped that point again. So is Union gonna rush in like last time? You got a couple Union guys skirmishing up front. Union's holding for now. They have a Steam chat, so this should be coordinated.
I think I got shot through the fucking house.
How'd you guys team kill me? That's crazy.
Because you're gay.
Holy shit.
Same here. I don't know how many I killed for the fence.
Oh. Are they making a move? Let's see, you got some Union inching down the right side. JD's pushing that Ray. Looks like the rest of the Union's starting to go around left here, and they're volleying towards CSA.
Left face, left face.
It was HL who did that. It's a similar last round where some of the Union's going in, some sitting back shooting. When you try to retake the point, you gotta do this quickly. But 9th Corps kind of going straight in. They're using the opposite side of the house that Iron Brigade's at. 1st Delaware's pushing up the left. The 12th VA's on that far side, kind of shooting this out. 1st Delaware is going to get wiped. They're going in there all alone, as the rest of the Union's slowly making their way up to the roadside, and they are capping that point. Where's the 42nd and 30th? They are still holding back there. Maybe they're going to start moving down. Yeah, looks like they're going now. But
Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity.
Do it for Harambe. No, we're fighting for Harambe.
I do want to fight for Harambe. In the memory of Harambe.
We're fighting for Harambe, not you.
alright, are they going to charge, or are they going to... Alright, let's just watch this, see where they hit. There's not a whole lot of areas where they can shoot. That officer, the Union on the bottom right's trying to hide. I don't know. The first volley from 42nd PA and 30th Ohio Midwest Brigade was phenomenal, but Union's kind of playing this a little smarter, and they're not as exposed as they were a moment ago. So it could just be best if they just do independent fire, but Little Dragon's is trying to get that pistol shots. He gets all his pistol shots off and still is alive behind. He might make it back to his line, which would be pretty impressive. Union shifting a little bit on this right side. Iron Brigade just completely outshot and have to retreat behind the house. It's still in CSA's favor.
My name's John Tafford.
I love the commentary, but focus, guys.
Got some Union Rambos going around this side, which is not helpful. Union, you got to get some significant ticket lead on this map as a defender. I mean, generally it's just it's better to have a ticket lead, but it's especially true for defenders when the attackers get more tickets overall.
Because you're a loser.
Man, Washington Street is actually not that much. It's an 8% difference in terms of tickets. And here comes the Union team.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going!
Iron Brigade fighting for their lives with 42nd PA and 30th Ohio. Midwest Brigade are charging in here. Colquitt's on the top side. Are they going to move in? Looks like they're starting to move in now, but I don't know why CSA is disjointed. They go down to engage first. FSB is charging in here as well. And Union's down to engage as well.
Charge them, boys. Charge them.
Please, boys, break your loads. Break your loads. Break your loads. Melee mode, fellas. Melee mode. You guys are fucking bring this. Hurry up. There we go.
And Union's going to prevail. They're going to retake this point. They are ahead on tickets by a little bit, so...
I did it.
This is going well for Union. Why have both rounds been... Well, the defenders are like cooking the past 2 rounds for some reason. I don't know if it's poor attacking strategy, but the big question I have is why is CSA not going around this right side? I mean, do they not think they have the numbers to do something effective on that side? Union to retake. You have the artillery up there. We haven't really seen them hit anything yet. Which, imbalance-wise, it's E in Union's favor, which is about 1/10 of the server pop. Wait, no, that's wrong. That is not even close. A fifth. A little less than fifth, maybe 4%. I don't know. Greatest mass skills ever. Colquitt's Brigade getting charged out though by JD. 12th VA. Ivy tried, but Ivy died.
Let's go, Creeper. Fall
Just
back.
trying to get
Fall
the
back.
flag out. Look at this ticket gap. What is going on? Both maps today are very biased towards CSA, and the defending team is doing a lot better.
Whoa, 40 seconds.
I don't know what the attackers for CSA are doing wrong outside of not going down the far left side, which looks like Iron Brigade's going to start moving that way. Last round, CSA was very spread out and got defeated in detail. This round,
Right ahead again.
I don't know.
Take aim. Take aim.
Looks like FSB is gonna move alongside Iron Brigade here, and it looks like FSB. I didn't mention this. I guess they didn't fully realize till now, but they bounced back over to the side they were supposed to originally be on. So you got a lot of Union spread out top. Really feels like Union outnumbers CSA here. Maybe just because Union's more spread out.
Some more down the road.
But Union's kind of moved back to their original spots. Iron Brigade, FSB is up here. CSA artillery shooting into their own men. That's lovely. How do you miss that bad? I guess it's kind of hard to see, but still.
Get back, you pit party! I'm gonna kill you again!
So I don't know how far can CSA go down this way. Okay, so this is inbounds, or at least for Union probably. I don't know for CSA, but.
You dirty little fucking stupid assholes.
The best in the world.
Let's get it.
You've never seen
The thing is with this spot, it's kind of nice for CSA. CSA can spread out a little on a nice defensive spot. If Union wants to get shots, they have to come in the open here. But they got a couple. But CSA is not really going to be able to see a whole lot. It looks like you got more CSA shifting down here. I mean, more Union starting to shift this way. 9th Corps over here. I think that's probably 12th VA up top. But I'm just kind of baffled at the ticket imbalance. It's kind of coming back down to what it normally is. But
Space up left, gentlemen. Don't stand behind each other. Space up left, up left.
10 minutes to the round, and I mean, CSA pace, like last round's very good.
40-second point of aim.
They got plenty of time.
Take aim, 40-second.
But the thing is with these maps is that CSA is trying to hit from this side here. So you got the CSA line here, and then you got Union line that's kind of reacting. And they're both using the houses to their cover. I don't know if there's Union up there, but CSA, what they got to do is just send some guys around here. I normally like teams staying together, but when a defensive team like the Union here is using the houses as cover and it's hard to hit them down, maybe trying to outflank just so that you can hit them in the side's a good idea. And it looks like Union might be doing that. What is this? That's crazy. Union's going to do what I just mentioned, though. 12th VA, 4th Texas. They're moving around the side. And look at this. This is what I mean. Look at these great shots they're about to have. Let's see how many they hit. Okay, they hit a lot less than what I thought they would. But, you know, you get the idea.
They're pincered. They're pincered.
It just, like, seriously, like, just zooming out. I don't know if you watching feels the same way, but, you know, a big way Union can screw this up is by doing bad charges. We'll see how all this goes. HL's going into IB, and what a wipe from HL, so
Stay here, you fucking bastard.
I was a little surprised. You know, it's very risky for Union to charge out. Like, you saw the flank from 12th VA up top, on the top left side of your screen, and that's great. They're not in danger of a charge and being wiped, which is why I'm a little hesitant for HL pushing up, but you know, they did very well there. So wiping IB, so great push from them. And now you got 42nd, 30th, and Midwest Brigade. They're going to try to flank around the side here, which I think this is great.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna
Union's not, they just need to charge in. Don't sit and shoot, just charge in.
Right on the corner. Friendly's down the road. Take aim in the corner.
And by them sitting and volleying, they didn't volley, they just charged in. They gave Union an opportunity to figure out what was going on and to retreat. They're going to get a couple kills, but now they can't wipe that whole group, which is a little unfortunate.
Hold load, boys. Hold load here.
Oh,
Get that idiot standing there.
keep going.
That's boys. Direct front. Direct front. Steady, boys.
I haven't heard that song in a hot minute, but
Point of aim. Take aim. Take aim.
looks like Union might be going around the side to flank CSA. Union is playing CSA so very well right now. This is a very well played round from Union. CSA is moving very slow in a lot of ways. And I know I say a lot that trying to stick as a team on a lot of these attacking maps is, like, I prefer it. But like, the Union splitting up as they are is perfect for this map. Obviously, a lot of what I say depends on the circumstance. But, I mean, you have some Union here. It's distracting a lot of CSA. The rest of the Union's turning up on their flank. What the Union's doing is what the CSA should be doing this entire time. But
this looks like calling in Williamsburg.
Really well played so far from Union. What can it transfer to a win? I don't know. I don't know. Even though the attackers are down by this much, it is still in their advantage.
Sorry, buddy.
So IB's trying to flank around the side. You got a lot of CSA concentrated here, and I like IB flanking here. I don't know how successful it will be. They do have a flag. Like, they're going to get great flanking shots on the Union right now. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of them.
Fall back.
Fall back.
And yeah, they got shot up a few times. They're falling back. So, and Black Timer's not going to matter. It's going to really, I think, come down to when CSA hits final push. But for all we know, CSA could start playing ultra conservative and just sit back and shoot the whole round like we saw Union kind of do last round. You got some Union moving up 12th VA and 1st Delaware. They're using those rocks there as cover. Not a whole lot of Union over here, and they're very spread out. I'm glad they're falling back into the defenses of these houses and whatnot. You don't want to push up too close to them. Because the 42nd, 30th, and Midwest Brigade, they're shredding everybody in the open. But the moment guys get behind cover, they have the cover, they can't be shot. That's just... logic flows. So... and if you zoom out here, the weakness with what Union's doing is they're spreading themselves out. And it's working very well so far because the CSA is moving very slow. Now, CSA doesn't know how many Union are on this left and on the right, but from our view here, if this group charged through here, that could really close that gap. There's a lot of guys that are spread out for Union. I don't like this from 4th Texas here. You have a ticket lead. You're pushing yourselves out to a large CSA force. There's no point in risking tickets, but they might get out of here because Colquitt is trying to flank around the side.
I don't think we can jump this.
Jeez Louise. 4th Texas got out in the nick of time. Like, if CSA sweeps through this side of the map, it could be devastating for Union. I don't know if it would necessarily get CSA the lead back, but it would make things a lot closer. Colquitt's starting to push down, though.
Where's Spoon going?
Looks like IB there. Lucian's starting to move down. And 12th VA, 1st Delaware is going to be engaging with IB. Maybe Colquitt's in a second. Colquitt needs to turn that corner right now. Ah, they would get so many kills. Possibly get a flag as well.
Holy shit.
Oh, they're right there. They're right there. They're on the other side of the house. They are on the other side of the house.
Shut the hell up.
It's a small amount of chase.
I mean, I love the volleys that these guys are doing. It's cinematic. It's very cool. But unfortunately for a map where Union is effectively using the cover, it makes it very difficult. And now CSA has lost their opportunity on this side as
Listen to
I think
him.
9th Corps rolled up here along, and everyone's kind of merging, and so the opportunity CSA had to defeat groups and details now gone. And Union's spreading this out right now. This is wild to see. Colquitt's now falling back with Iron Brigade.
Yeah, get him through the fence.
Let's go, boys. Move, move, move.
Got a flag down over here. Got a flag down.
I don't want to
But that ticket gap is about a third of a morale stage right now in Union's favor. That's kind of crazy. Got Iron Brigade and such. They're trying to continue to outflank. 12th VA is actually back here. It looks like some of their guys are. They're getting flanks here.
You can still see them there, though.
Friends.
Into Iron Brigade. Also see up to where Colquitt's is at. It really feels... I mean, it's a 6-man imbalance in Union's favor. It's now 10 infantryman imbalance because of the 4 guys on CSA artillery who haven't hit a shot yet. What, they're up there now? I thought they just switched batteries. That's kind of funny. But this is not how I expect these 2 rounds to go. And the thing is with this is that because CSA is starting to lose more and more and more, CSA might start playing more and more conservative, which shootouts are 1-to-1 trades, and you might slowly start catching up, but it isn't anything significant. But the matches will slow down further and further and further as the ticket gap kind of increases. What is going on?
I don't think I've ever played this much as CSA.
It's a different.
It's
It's different.
Yeah.
And it looks like 12th VA just kind of fell back there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Spy.
Starting to get
There's a spy, man.
Union bias is on this map.
Check.
Forward, boys, forward.
So IB's pushed up. They're trying to charge in. IVB, 1st Delaware engaging with them, getting good shots on IB. You got Colquitt's pushing up with them as well. It's like, actually that's 4th Texas over there alongside 12th VA. They're pushing down.
Go!
And this is a great chance for CQB and such to push up and deal some damage.
mate.
You got more Union rolling up alongside. 9th Corps trying to assist. Ticket-wise, it's about a half a morale stage difference in Union's favor. And that CSA group just continues to sit around, but I mean, they're making some headway on this front. And is that anything too significant? It's bringing everyone's tickets down. It's kind of hard to tell if this push has really worked out for them. Union's countercharging. They do have a ticket lead, so they're trying to deal some damage here. 9th Corps is going in. And IB is being completely left dry here by Colquitt, who is now just shooting in the side. This is the thing, right? You see your friendlies charged out there. Colquitt has to move in there right away. And Union's just picking them apart. But that's a great charge from Union. This ticket cap keeps growing. CSA is in disarray. HL's trying to finish off Colquitt. But Colquitt is going to get out there outside of maybe a kill or two.
Fire to will. Watch out.
Bulkheads.
Hide in the fence.
So, Union kind of pushing a little further forward. 42nd PA is shifting down to this side right now, as CSA is about to go into breaking.
I was also in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did you know that?
Union's getting a little more aggressive as they have tickets to burn. CSA running down, taking shots, and then running back up to the top of the hill alongside cover. Colquitt is to their left.
Burrito, or are you really level 2?
And JD's just kind of vibing on the right. But what is going on? Ivy's kind of rolled up in the center here. I mean, you got JD on that far side, but 9th Corps is kind of running up in the center. You got 1st Delaware here.
They die like dogs.
And HLHD is kind of pulling back off with 12th VA and 4th Texas on the far side there.
12th Virginia, move back.
And there goes CSA down the breaking. This is... I can't believe how curb-sided this is. I don't think I've seen Union win. They haven't won yet, but based on how this is going, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the rate this is going. But Union still has to play very good. The 1st Delaware is up here. They're kind of getting shot up right now. HL's moving into assist. Union just got to be wary of these ticket drain chances, so...
Face. Behind us for load.
But Union is just inching closer, like their defensive line is moving closer and closer to their spawn. Union's much more confident holding further forward.
He thought he checked well, but he didn't.
some guys in the house right now, or on the
Am I supposed to
little
be in
porch.
the house?
So Colquitt and IB are kind of on this side. I mean, they're not shooting with anybody. You got a couple of guys here from IVB. They're there, but they're not having any significant shootout with anybody right now. A lot of the CSA are... This is their main... Is that their main spawn? I don't necessarily remember, but they're really a lot just sitting back, not doing much. I mean, CSA must be waiting to charge here to hit Union the braking and try to win the point. But so a lot of CSA is reconsolidating at their main spawn right now. A lot of Union are kind of on point or near it. I mean, you got a couple groups on the far side. I think JD's on that far left, and then 4th Texas and 12th VA are on the right side of your screen. Inverse in terms of where it's at for Union, but looks like you got CSA trying to flank around the far left side of the map right now. 42nd PA is heading that way right now. I see Midwest Brigade there as well. So we'll see how well this goes. I mean, JD is there waiting for them. CSA maybe outnumbers a little bit over here, but I mean, are they going to charge through? Who knows? This round realistically could go on for another 15. I mean, it could go on to that black timer hit 0. I'm almost, I don't know. CSA is moving very slowly. There's not a whole lot of engagements, barely any charging whatsoever. JD sees them. They're reacting. And JD using that house to their advantage. Popping out, taking cover. You got CSA starting to collapse around the center side here. IB starting to push up. But I really think CSA's got to charge in here at some point. They're going to have to charge at some point. You need to get a ticket lead. JD's out on their own. Like, the CSA overwhelmingly outnumber right now. IB's trying to use the kind of fence here as cover as they shoot through to hit some of those Union guys, but not charging. Why is CSA so hesitant to charge? Maybe I was wrong in this side of the campaign being... not as aggressive. I mean, we saw them be aggressive on Pry House, but...
There's Union out there, but I don't think they're
no,
that's a Union.
JD's kind of shifted around. Union finally hits braking.
Right.
IB's starting to move in. The CSA gonna make a charging effort to try to take point. IB's pushing in, but 42nd PA and 30th Ohio are just sitting back doing nothing. 42nd PA, 30th Ohio pushing up. CSA on the right, still kind of sitting and shooting.
Independent fire IVs are all over the place in front of us. Make it count, boys.
Hold the line, 40 seconds.
Down the road. Missing the one.
They're right there on the corner of that brick building.
42nd, right oblique, northeast.
Right oblique, northeast.
Fall back, fall back.
Northeast.
Up and over ID.
But the CSA is still content with just sitting and shooting this out. It hasn't been working the entire round. You haven't charged once. Union is completely outplaying CSA. Not like CSA is doing any favors to themselves, but...
Get into cover. Cover.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But... Colquitt's just sitting out on the side. They're not doing much. I mean, CSA...
That's a fucking beautiful line you have me.
See IB, FSB in the center. They maybe going to try to push up. Let's see. So they're going to try to charge in. Colquitt's looks like they're moving out on the side. Looks like they're going to try to flank through the yard side. Does Union see? Union sees. They're going to get a great volley here. Maybe not a volley, but they're going to have a great chance to hold that. Perfectly timed from HL.
Oh, I bet you're mad.
What a hold from Union. You got CSA. Colquitt's are kind of charging here. You have some CSA on the top side. They are starting to collapse down, but...
Oh, shit.
JD
42nd, to the right.
getting wiped. That ticket is half a morale stage difference in Union's favor. And Midwest, these guys are going to try to keep charging down, but they are just outnumbered. CSA is going to hit final push here. And Union's up by 3/4 of a morale stage.
This shit's fucking crazy. Jesus Christ.
Friendly.
Jeez. 1 or 2 more kills and CSA is going to drop. Is this out of line going to do it? Nope, but something else did. 2 minutes on that clock.
This is where the fun begins.
So CSA is just going to kind of be going into a mad dash. Union's built enough of a ticket lead to where I think they're just going to outright hold this. I mean, Union deserves to win.
Gene?
And they died like a dog.
They're gonna die like dogs, just like Kamala Harris. I looked at that woman.
Got some kind of charging Union. They gotta. I know Union's has a huge ticket gap. Artillery. They hit inside Union lines, but they just got a kill or two. That was a long fuse time, which hey, you can't really blame them when they're that far away. But Union just needs to watch the out of lines at this point. I know they have a huge ticket lead, but you kind of don't want to risk anything at this point. Just because CSA is just going to kind of be bonsaiing in. Nice part for Union, though, is they're going to kind of come in here, trickle.
You got nothing, rebels. You got nothing.
And so CSA, yeah, they're completely distraught. This was embarrassing from CSA side. Just watching this round, this is completely embarrassing. Union did basically everything they need to do to win this game, and they have earned this win.
I hope you like red.
I don't remember the last time Union has lost, or sorry, Union's won Washington Street. This is shocking. But regardless, impressive win here. It's a 2-0 today for the CSA campaign. Wow. But regardless of that, this was probably the longest Grand Campaign event I might have recorded as well. So, you know, it is what it is. That was Union whooping CSA. CSA did no favors to themselves whatsoever. I am shocked at the beginning of the match they didn't try to go around the Union right. They fought down a very condensed area, and it was looking good initially. But Union started using the cover to the advantage, and CSA didn't adapt. Union did. Union played this phenomenally. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. We're pushing to 4,000 by the end of 2024. So I appreciate you all being here, helping us to get to that goal. If you want to support us more, though, we got our Patreon in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Have our Discord and merch as well. And with that all being said, we will see you in the next commentary. Have a wonderful rest of your night.